Kyoto sprawls like a jeweled trap, its streets buzzing under a crisp spring sky. I'm 21 now, lean as a blade, my katana and wakizashi a matched pair at my hip, steel forged in Sekigahara's mud, tempered by years of blood. The city's a hive, merchants hawking silk, priests chanting, samurai strutting with polished pride. I'm a Ronin, dust on my sandals, scars on my skin, and I've come for the Yoshioka school. Their name rings here, a dynasty of swordmasters, and I'll crack it wide. I stride through the throng, crowds parting like water, their whispers trailing me. Wild man, 2 swords, trouble. Good. Let them talk. The Yoshioka dojo looms ahead, a squat fortress of wood and tile, its gates smug with banners. Their legends, teaching lords and clans, their blades famed for grace. Seijiro, their head, struts Kyoto like a peacock, and I hear it, his boasts, his duels, his school's iron grip. My blood hums, a wolf's growl in my veins. He's my mark, my wall, and I'll topple him. I pause at a tea stall, the steam sharp with green, and watch. Samurai swagger out, swords gleaming, their laughs loud. They're strong, rooted, a tree too tall to see its roots rot. To defeat the strong, unsettle their spirit. It cuts through me, a truth honed by fights, Arima's pride, Sekigahara's chaos. I'll shake him, break his rhythm, turn his strength to sand. My bakken's gone, wood's for boys, but my steel's ready, and I'll wield it raw. I step to the gate, hands loose on my hilts, and call out, voice ringing like a bell. Seijiro. Miyamoto Musashi challenges you. The guards blink, then sneer, a Ronin, a nobody, but I stand tall, wind tugging my patched kimono. A ripple runs through, heads turn, murmurs swell, and I grin, sharp and wild. The dojo's pride is a shield, I'll smash it. Seijiro's my prey, and Kyoto's my stage. Rendaino's a stark field outside Kyoto, grass brittle under a pale sun. I stand at its edge, katana and wakizashi sheathed, wind snapping my kimono. Seijiro struts out, Yoshioka's pride in every step, tall, broad, his blade a polished fong. His retainers fan behind, silk robes fluttering, sneers sharp. I'm late, hours late, a burr under his skin, and his eyes blaze, hot with scorn. Good. I've rattled him already, a crack in his armor. He draws, steel flashing, and plants his feet, stance rigid as stone. Ronin filth, he spits, voice booming for his men. I'll gut you quick. I grin, slow and wild, hands still loose. The crowd, his pups, Kyoto gawkers, murmurs, a buzzing hive. I wait, letting his anger stew, then draw my katana, its hiss a low growl. No rush, no bow. Just me, steel, and a wolf's calm. Timing is the soul of combat. It sings in me, a beat I've learned, strike when he's ripe, not raw. He charges, katana arcing high, a clean, proud swing. I step aside, light as air, his blade slicing wind, missing my chest by a hair. His grunts sharp, surprise, not pain, and I lunge, katana slashing up. He parries, steel clanging, a jolt up my arm, but I'm faster, twisting low. My blade bites his arm, cloth rips, blood sprays, and he roars, staggering back. The crowd gasps, a choked breath, but I'm ice, eyes locked on his. His arm hangs, limp and red, katana wobbling in his grip. Yield, I growl, low and hard, blade poised. He snarls, pride a dying flame, and swings wild, one last gasp. I dodge, easy, and slam my katana's flat against his wrist. Bone cracks, loud as a whip, and his sword drops, a dull thud in the dirt. He crumples, clutching his ruin, face white. I step back, steel steady, blood dripping from my tip. The retainers freeze, shock, fear, and I smirk, victorious, untouchable. Sanjusanjindu's long shadow stretches over Kyoto, its temple pillars stark under a bruising dusk. I stand at its gate, katana and wakizashi sheathed, wind hissing through my hair. Denshikairo storms out, Seijiro's brother, Yoshioka's vengeance, broad as a bull, his blade heavier, eyes red with rage. His brother's disgrace festers in him, a wound I carved, and he's here to bleed me for it. The crowd, retainers, onlookers, hums, a tight knot of anticipation. I'm late again, a thorn in his pride, and his snarl cuts the air. "You'll die, Ronin," he bellows, drawing his katana with a scrape, steel glinting like a fong. His stance is iron, fury trembling in his grip. I smirk, slow and sharp, hands resting light. "Try," I say, voice a low growl, and draw my katana, its hiss a dare. He's a furnace, burning hot, perfect. Anger blinds. Exploit it. It snaps in me, a truth I've honed. Let him rage, let him stumble. I wait, calm as stone, watching his fire flare. He charges, a bull's roar, katana slashing down, fierce and wild. I sidestep, mud sucking my sandals, his blade carving air, a whoosh past my ear. He's fast, but sloppy, rage steering him blind. I lunge, katana arcing low. He twists, parrying, steel crashing with a clang that jars my bones. His breath's ragged, a beast's pant, and I press, slashing high. He blocks, grunting, but I'm relentless. My blade whips back, aiming for his chest. He's too slow, too mad. My katana bites, a deep gash through cloth and flesh, blood spurting red. He howls, staggering, blade wobbling, and swings one last time, a desperate lunge. I dodge, easy, and slam my katana down. Steel meets bone with a crunch, slicing his shoulder to sternum. He folds, a wet gasp, and drops, mud swallowing his bulk. His eyes dim, fury snuffed, and I step back, blade dripping, breath steady. The crowd silent, a stunned hush, Yoshioka's name cracked again. Ichijoji's spreading pine looms, a giant clawing the dawn sky, its branches casting jagged shadows. I stride toward it, katana and wakizashi at my hips, the Yoshiokas trap a whisper on the wind. Denshikairo's blood still stains my steel, Seijiro's disgrace my mark. They've lured me here, their heir Matashikiro the bait. I'm early, not late, a fox sniffing the snare. The air's thick, pine sap, damp earth, and I spot them. Dozens, a swarm of silk and steel, archers in the trees, muskets glinting, blades drawn. An army for one Ronin. I grin, sharp and wild. Let them come. I duck low, boots silent on moss, and count. 50, maybe more, their breath a low hum. Matashikiro stands center, a boy in armor, sword trembling. The trap's tight, a net of death, but I see it, gaps, nerves, a swarm not a wall. In numbers, seek the weak point. It snaps in me, a blade's edge. I won't fight the mass, I'll carve the cracks. My hands grip my swords, steel singing soft as I draw, katana in my right, wakizashi in my left. The pine's roots twist the ground. I'll use it, turn their trap to mine. A shout. Now. And the world erupts. Arrows zip, a deadly whir, one slicing my sleeve, another grazing my thigh. Blood trickles, sharp and hot. I charge, not back, straight at Matashikiro, katana slashing high. A retainer leaps, blade flashing. I parry with the wakizashi, steel clanging, and my katana hacks his chest, a red bloom. He drops, gurgling, and I roll, mud smearing my back, as muskets crack, smoke choking the air. Bullets thud into pine, splinters flying, but I'm a shadow, weaving fast. 3 rush me, swords high, yells raw. I pivot, wakizashi slashing one's leg. He crumples, screaming, and katana slicing another's arm, blood spraying. The third swings. I duck, Bakken style, and thrust my katana through his gut, a wet gasp, then silence. Matashikiro's close, eyes wide, a boy lost in war. An archer aims. I hurl my wakizashi, its whoosh ending in a thunk as it buries in his throat. He falls, choking, and I'm on the air, katana arcing down. He blocks, steel clashing, but he's weak. My blade snaps his, a snap like brittle wood, and cuts his shoulder deep. He drops, a cry cut short, blood pooling fast. The swarm falters, shouts turn to wails, steps stumble, and I spin, katana slashing a musketeer's face, his gun clattering. Another charges. I sidestep, tripping him on roots, and slam my blade into his back. Crunch. The rest break, fleeing into the trees, their trap a ruin. I stand, chest heaving, blades red, thigh stinging, air thick with smoke and death. The pine looms, a silent judge, Yoshioka's pride shattered at its feet. The spreading pine looms over Ichijoji, its shadow long as dusk bleeds in. I stand amid the wreckage, bodies strewn, blood-soaking moss, my katana and wakizashi dripping red. My thigh stings, sleeve torn, but I'm whole, a wolf unscathed. The Yoshioka's swarm lies broken, Seijiro crippled, Denshikiro dead, Matashikiro a corpse at my feet. Their names dust now, crushed under my steel, and Kyoto's whispers will howl my name instead. I sheath my blades, there click a sharp note in the hush. The fight replays, arrows whirring, steel clashing, my dance through their net. I turned their numbers, their rage, into ruin. 2 swords, katana striking, wakizashi guarding, carved my way. Balance offense and defense, for both are one. It rings in me, a truth forged here. One blade attacks, the other shields, a rhythm I've mastered. They fought as many, I fought as one, whole and fierce. The wind cuts, pine needles rustling, and I breathe deep, tasting victory's edge, bitter, bright, mine. The Yoshioka thought me prey, a rōnin to swat. Now they're gone, and I'm steel, sharper for it. My hands flex, blood crusting my knuckles, and I turn from the carnage, the city aglow beyond the hills. This isn't the end, it's a mark, a step. More will challenge me, and I'll meet them, 2 swords as one, unbreakable.